controls here from ADO. In this video, it's my great honor to present you the next iteration in our studio vocals series featuring the awesome Laurie Ann Haus. Laurie's featured in a variety of video games, movies. He's been in StarCraft, he's been in World of Warcraft, Tutors, he's been on Sci-Fi Network. I've actually used her in a variety of my demos, and the majority of content you've heard in the demos actually comes from this library. We've been producing it for about 2 years now. And one of the reasons is that we didn't just want to create another generic vocal library. I see so many libraries right now, they have sort of a bit of sustains and a bit of legato and all that, but they're not really doing anything new. But if you're slightly familiar with ADO, you know that we like to push the bar. And as I'm going to demonstrate in this video, we have both the sort of normal current generation of legato, even though we created a system that allows you to blend them freely, so you can actually go fluently from A to A to O, and I'll demonstrate that as well. But we also created something called Flex Legato, which I'll demonstrate a little later on for the Balkan here, and it is absolutely amazing, and it is totally next generation in terms of what you can actually do with it. Just wait till you hear it. But before we get started, let me just preface that the library contains over 8,000 different samples. Obviously, we have all the normal nuts and bolts. You got sustains with vibrato. You have some very unique marcatos we've created. You have thousands of different phrases here. And then we also did the multi-vowels here, and they're actually identical to our Lacrimosa choral library and our VAP Imperium choral series as well. So you can match Laurie completely with the choir as well, which is awesome, and we're demonstrating that in another video as well. But in this video, I'm going to be focusing here on the Balkan legato and on the Celtic legato. And the word Celtic and the word Balkan is really what defines this library in its core. Laurie is insanely good at singing different styles, and there's so many things to choose from. But two of her sort of core signature ways of singing really goes back to Europe in terms of mastering the Celtic Gaelic style, and then the more Eastern European, more exotic type of Balkan sort of ethnic style as well. Let me just start here by playing a little bit with the Celtic legato. I'll start by playing individual here, and then I'll show you how I can merge them. And afterwards, we're going to move on here to the Balkan legato, and I think your ears are gonna explode in terms of awesomeness. It's just fantastic. But yeah, let's start with what's a sort of current generation legato. And let me try to play that again here, but this time I'm going to switch in real time between the articulations here, so you can see how you can merge them real time. It creates a lot more flexibility in legato, and it's actually something new that we haven't seen other libraries do. But again, this is still current generation legato. Just wait till we get up to the Flex Legato here. Okay, so this is really where it stops with any current generation, and even slightly ahead of current generation libraries. This is about as crazy as you can get with legato, but check this out. I'm gonna go up here to our Balkan legatos, and then I'm gonna try to play the same thing. And I'm not even gonna switch articulations, even though you can do that as well. I'm essentially just gonna play A, and just check it out, and then I'll explain what's going on. Say what? So in essence, she starts by singing A, but then she goes into something entirely different, a different vowel when she goes into the legato as well. And it's just awesome. And there's so many different ways you can play it. Let me just show a couple of other things here. It's just it's a joy to play. And as you can see here, it's all live, just me playing right now on the keyboard. There's nothing to it at all. You simply just play, and it sounds freaking real. And it's a lot better than the static A-O-E, which I think we've gotten used to. And again, this is something that is not so much talked about, and I should probably write an article about it, but there is a problem with samples dictating your composition. So we've seen so many kind of compositions out there, but now you can actually do it much more flexible, and you take this, you combine it with the phrases, you combine it with multi-vowels, you combine it with all the other articulations in the library, and you have a super, super flexible system. But in terms of how much we've pushed technology right now, I think this is significantly better and really next gen compared to where we were with the current ones. But yeah, let me just play a few more things here so you can hear it. Okay, so you probably need a little bit of a breath there. That is, again, this is with samples as well. You can just keep on playing because you'll never stop, you know. It doesn't need to breathe in a virtual world. But just again, as you can see, I just switched slightly between the articulations here. It's just straight on fun to play. And what's awesome about it is that Laurie really improvised in these sessions in terms of creating what sounded natural. So granted, we are in the world of fantasy languages. She always starts by singing A, A, or O, which also makes it highly compatible using it with sustains and the other type of legatos as well. These are articulations down here in the multi-vowels, because you have a consistent start and end point, but once it goes into the legato, it changes, and that's just what's so wonderful and lively about it. So let me try to play this thing here, and I'll put it on top of a composition I'm working on in one of the demos, and you can just hear what it sounds like in context to a more full composition. And this time around, I'm not going to switch between the articulations. I'm just going to play the articulation, and that will be that.